Hey guys, it's CocoaTarot, and today we have a pick-a-card on the topic of your next meaningful relationship. Tonight we'll be peeking into your next deep entanglement. Not so much physical details, but emotional ones. Basically, we'll be going into how you might feel or expand in this relationship. My readings are closed for now, but thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel. It means the world to me. But we have 3 piles to choose from based on the images in the thumbnail. So this will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3. And I will see you guys in your piles. Hey, pile 1. We're going to get right into your reading and see your next meaningful relationship. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to get your cards out, go into the message, and then we will clarify it with the tarot. But you got number 44, cleansing, karma, healing. Karma is karma. Cleanse. Wow, you got cleanse twice. I do not pick these cards, guys. Happiness. Beautiful. Jackpot. Happiness. The synchronicities are insane. I will tell you right off the bat, you will know who this person is in your life, or you will know when this relationship is coming in, because the synchronicities will be ridiculous. They will be too hard to ignore. And you also got Neptune. Your next relationship is going to be a purge. Whatever you thought love was, or whatever you thought a connection was, this new relationship is going to change how you view connections and love in general. It's as if this connection is metaphorically a piece of sage or Palo Santo. And it's coming in to cleanse any preconceived notions that you have on love. You're going to be in this energy of realizing how much in the past you would self-sacrifice for relationships that didn't really give you anything in return. Your next meaningful relationship is going to shatter illusions, confusion. Things will be so open and honest to the point where situations will seem different to you in retrospect. This is the symbol for Jupiter as well. This person is going to expand your heart. Maybe over the years you have felt yourself growing colder, or parts of your heart is missing. I'm hearing that song, Where Did Your Heart Go Missing? It might be, when did your heart go missing? And this relationship, you realize that your heart was never missing pieces. It just needed enough room to expand. This cleanse is reminding me of water. So there's an element of rebirth or baptism, metaphorically, of course, but there could be some of you that do end up switching faith or going deeper into a certain spirituality. Maybe this relationship exposes or expands a part of the world that you didn't know existed. This will be a situation where it is safe to love. And there will be parts where there will be a requirement of you to really go deep and be vulnerable. And it might be uncomfortable at first, like learning how to swim But once you get the hang of it, you're going to want to swim every day. It will feel like second nature to be open with your emotions instead of you burying it and trying to fit your heart in a box to please somebody else. This isn't a relationship that's going to douse your fire. It's actually going to enjoy it or understand it. And you also will feel the warmth in this connection as opposed to just feeling burned. This could be something that you go into with a really clear head, or at a point in your life where you're in a reset or you're adopting a new mantra. You could be in the energy of having strong boundaries or a clear mind when this comes in. So maybe some of you guys will be less in a state of anxiety, or if some of you guys have gone sober, this could be coming in a period where you are physically detoxing from certain substances or habits. This relationship is also going to feel like luck. And I think that's something a lot of people don't factor into love or finding a connection or another relationship. A lot of it is luck or just being in the right place at the right time. And this next relationship could feel like you hit the jackpot, or wow, I'm so lucky, because there's a lot of joy. You got happiness twice. Not a day will go by where you won't feel grateful for this other energy. And together, so much baggage and old karma will be released, because it's like you come into this relationship with a clean slate. Both you and this person might have been through a lot, had a lot of trials and tribulations, but once you guys come together, you guys both put that all in the past and decide to move forward. And this brings you a lot of happiness because this is a choice you guys make in unison together. There is no confusion. There is no, does this person like me, or does this person, it's none of that. There is a knowing that this is for real. For a lot of you, it could feel like a lucky break after a really hard period of loneliness, or feeling as if you've done so much work on yourself and released so much on your own. We're going to get into the tarot and clarify this. Although this relationship is super healing, it is lighthearted. You might realize how easy it is to feel comfortable around this person, to explore deeper in this connection. So there is a lighthearted play here with the happiness twice. Clarify this. It doesn't feel like pulling teeth to do the shadow work. It actually feels enlightening. Clarify this for pile number 1. Their next meaningful relationship. We got the King of Wands in reverse. Whoa. The Ace of Cups. Judgment in reverse. The 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this relationship is not going to be accelerated in terms of passion. Obviously, you will be attracted to this person and they will be attracted to you, but there's an element of going slow here, which for some of you, you will not be used to. I'm even seeing you wanting to hit the gas pedal, and the other energy in this dynamic slowing you down in order to enjoy the process more and to go deeper with each other. With the Judgment in reverse, there's no judgment here about the past or negative emotions. There's a lot of acceptance, but it will be more slow burn than this fast, accelerated passion. I can't live without you. It's not going to be that way. There's an element of you guys confiding in each other, taking your time to learn more about each other, but it makes it that much more deep and meaningful. Give me 2 more for pile number 1, their next meaningful relationship. But a lot of fun. You guys are going to crack a lot of jokes. This could be a relationship that feels like best friends, or there's a foundation laid here first. The Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords. There's something about this connection that is refreshing. You're used to playing games and never fully knowing how the other person feels. But in this relationship, all the cards are on the table. There's no hidden factors, and that's going to be super refreshing. Instead of a hot and cold energy, which is what you're used to, someone who is in their ego, has a lot of charisma, but not a lot of follow-up. This energy, this person, they channel passion with purpose. They're not just doing it to do it with you. They're not just charming you to charm you and feel good about their ego. There's a purpose to the passion. And the purpose is safety. It's love. It's understanding. You're used to relationships where there's so much fire, both of you guys get burned. But this person brings in this watery element that could feel like a safe word. So when that passion gets too hot, there's always that feeling of we can dive back in and clarify those emotions whenever you want. A lot of patience and grace for each other. There's a lot of newness here too. I'm hearing that song Like a Virgin by Madonna. Nothing here will be recycled. The affection, the way this person cares for you. Obviously, we all have relationship habits that we can take into other relationships, but this person isn't going to kiss you like they kissed the person in the past. They're not going to just recycle whatever worked on the last person onto you. You guys both come into this with an opportunity to try something new. There's a lot of conscious effort in this dynamic. You guys are both deciding consciously on purpose to go deep. And if you're open to do that with this energy, this will be a relationship that helps you break old patterns for good, toxic patterns. This idea that love only feels good when it burns. And you're going to realize how good it feels to be watered instead. But that is your reading, pal number 1, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pal 2, we're going to get right into your reading and look into your next meaningful relationship. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to get your cards out, go into the message, and then clarify it with the tarot. But you got number 3, betrayal, secrets, disappointment. Secrets don't exist in love, for sooner or later they will be revealed. You also got passion, creativity, Gemini, and 9th house. Very interesting, pile number 2. Your next meaningful relationship is definitely going to challenge you, your worldviews, your beliefs. This could be something that has to do with culture. So you and this energy could be from different parts of the world or grew up differently. And it could feel like that at first. An element of, we are just so different. We come from different worlds. How is this even going to work? But after the initial shock of some kind of difference between you and this person, you actually discover that this connection inspires you or sparks new ideas in your mind that you never would have thought of. It's funny because at first it could seem off-putting. You could be like, what the heck? Who is this person? What is going on? But then there's a mental stimulation or a self-expression that comes out of you around this energy. If you are a creative person, there will be so much inspiration and new ideas and things you never even thought of that come to the forefront. It's almost as if the divine God, whoever you believe in, they sent you this person, but they packaged them in a way that you don't expect. And I'm going to be honest here, this won't be a relationship that is smooth sailing all the way through. There could be ups and downs, or you and this person having to confront red flags, or even disagreements in general. But through those disagreements, there's a learning curve, because you're not just trying to understand each other as people, you're trying to understand a completely different culture or worldview. If there are disagreements in this connection, there's a lot of intensity and the passion that makes up for it. There is undeniable chemistry here, even if the dynamic could come with some challenges. Some of those challenges could be distance. It could be family because of different cultures and requirements of different cultures. But there's a big emphasis on the differences here, because the differences are going to drive you crazy, but they're also going to be huge on helping you shift your perspective. And this other person as well will have a huge perspective shift through you. I will say there is this energy with the Gemini where there might be an ebb and flow in this relationship, highs and lows, where you guys are constantly communicating, texting, calling each other, and then it kind of swings and dips into not total silence, but distance, and then swings back into lots of communication. So there could be an element of inconsistency here, but it's on both you guys' parts. This is a dynamic where you guys are both going to have to text first. You guys are both going to have to step up to the plate and show that you care. We're going to get into the tarot, though, and clarify this. Tell me more about pile number 2 and their next meaningful relationship. We got the Tower. I literally have been feeling that energy the whole time. The Tower in reverse. Tell me more. There is a shock value to this relationship. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, guys, my deck is not in reverse. We got the Queen of Wands, the Magician, the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Wands. With the Death card at the bottom of the deck. Pile number 2. I'm going to be super honest right now. This next relationship, you're going to have to confront your own shadow through this person. Your habits, your tendencies, your shadow energy, it's like this person is going to bounce that right back at you. And this might be what is a little bit of a shock to you, because you start to realize, I do have a little bit of toxic patterns, or I pull back too. If they don't text me, then I pull back, or I just mirror what they do, because there's something here where you are having to confront a lot of your own energy through someone else. And you could be doing this with this person too. They have to confront a lot about themselves through you. But you and this person have very similar shadows, where you could be heavy on communication and maybe you ghost people, or you back up, keep distance. And it's this feeling of like, oh my gosh, do I do that? I do that? You and this person are most likely going to meet when you are resisting change or stuck in some kind of pattern, and them too. There's a huge mirroring here. That's why the Gemini came out. This is going to force you to face cycles that you have been repeating, pile number 2. There will be a lot of things that test you, that have you look at yourself a little bit differently. It's very 50-50 split here, pile number 2. This connection could be something that is just a learning lesson, but it could also be something you manifest into an actual connection, but it's going to require the both of you to stop playing games, stop ignoring each other and just stalking each other online. Stop being inconsistent with your affection as a tit for tat or a way of punishment. If you're not giving me what I want, then I'm going to refuse what you want. There's something here where you literally have to look yourself in the mirror and say, what's that Taylor Swift song? Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. And I'm not calling you the problem, pile number 2, but so many people want to manifest a relationship, but they have no idea what it takes to actually merge with another energy, and how much of your ego and your pride that you will have to put aside. And that other person too. However you go about this situation is going to be reflected back to you. So remember, whatever happens here, you will not be able to blame the other person. For a lot of you, this won't be your forever person, but it will be meaningful in the way that it teaches you what it actually means to merge with another energy. It's going to push you to grow and reveal your blind spots, because you have some, pile number 2. I know it's hard to hear. There's things that you ignore about yourself because you have the attitude of you need to take me as I am, while you expect the other person to grow in some kind of way. And this is a relationship where you will have to take full accountability. It's the only way. This relationship feels more like a transformative chapter than a final destination or ending. But there is a small percentage of you where if you and this energy decide to step up to the plate, it could work out. This person is definitely going to feel like home, because home is where you grow up. And the two of you definitely have some growing up to do. But that is your reading, pile number 2, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3, we're going to get right into your reading and see your next meaningful relationship. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to get your cards out, get into the message, and then clarify it with the tarot. But you got number 41, forgiveness, freedom, reconciliation. To err is human, to forgive divine. Ideation, sadness, delay, and the 7th house. Immediately I got the feeling of Christ consciousness here. You don't have to be religious, but there is something divine about this relationship, especially with the delays and the Christ imagery. This is a connection that's going to feel inherently spiritual right off the bat, or not just an accident. This definitely won't be a fleeting romance. With the 7th house here, it feels rooted in partnership, something long-term. There could be some delays before it gets to that long-term place. For a lot of you, this will be with someone that you already know, or if you don't know this person, there's an element of coming back to each other after a separation or misunderstandings. But this is a connection that thrives off emotional maturity. There could be an element of you having to release something in order to make more room for love, if that makes sense. Whether it's releasing something about this person in the partnership or someone before them. With the ideation, this relationship could exist more in the ethers or in the fantasy realm before it actually becomes something in reality. And as frustrating as it sounds, the universe could be holding things back or making these delays to make sure you and this energy are truly ready to bring this into fruition. I went to a Van Gogh exhibit recently, and there's this quote he said, I'm probably butchering it, but it was along the lines of, when you're doing something important, nature will kind of try to come in and stop you sometimes, or cause a few delays. And that's how you know that what you're doing is, necessary. So there's an importance on being patient with the timing. There's a lot of sadness that needs to be released before this relationship comes in. So you could be doing a lot of inner work right now. If you're not, then you really should be, because there is something about a past sadness that could be triggered in this connection. I keep getting that this relationship exists in thought before reality. You could be getting signs right now, even though it's still a little ways off. I'm not saying it's a long time away, but there's definitely some grief that still needs to be processed. Clarify this for pile number 2. We're going to get into the tarot. Also, I don't know if this is significant to anyone, but when I went to that Van Gogh exhibit, I don't know if you know this, but he only sold one painting while he was alive. His art has touched millions and millions of people and will for eternity. And it wasn't because he sold 1 million paintings while he was alive. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but your life is the art. Your life is the success story. What you are doing right now, the life that you're living, is a part of the story that could be told. It's not about how much you accomplish right now. It's about living your life in an authentic way and letting your existence speak for itself. Van Gogh painted because he had the urge to, not because he was trying to sell something. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but that was significant. Okay, maybe someone here is a painter, an artist, maybe you draw. Your story is already happening. It's been happening since you were born. You don't have to sit and wait for the story to start. Clarify this for pile number 2. Their next meaningful relationship. Thank you so much. The 10 of Wands. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, you struggle with patience. And that's okay. Let's get the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you want things to happen quickly. But this connection is going to take time. Tell me more. Their next relationship. The 3 of Wands. The Sun. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that's a slower energy. The Fool, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. That is a lot of cards, so I'm going to take these 2. And that is what we will do, but I will take them into account. But with the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, you are struggling with the pace of your romantic life right now, whether this person, you know them or not. You do struggle with how long it's taking. We also got the Lovers and the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're definitely trying hard to manifest this. Some of you guys could be doing affirmations, or I'm hearing doing the most, okay? And that's not a bad thing. There's an element of you trying to rush into this, and it's not even, for a lot of you, in your life yet. And that's why the Temperance is in reverse, because the faster you try to rush into this, I feel as if that's when the universe is going to send you the most delays. Even when you're in contact with this energy, this person, and you guys are starting your relationship, you guys could want to go really fast, hit the gas pedal. But then situations will start to happen that is going to force you to slow down. And there's no judgment. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe you're super excited for this new chapter because the Fool and the Ace of Swords, this is definitely a new beginning. But there's a lot of imagery and metaphors here about releasing something from the past or properly grieving something and being patient with yourself in the process. When this dynamic does happen for you, it probably will come in very quickly. Or I'm hearing that song Rush. It could feel like a rush. And your guides, God, whoever you believe in, they're just urging you to take your time. There could be a turning point in this connection where some kind of honesty accelerates things and allows you to release something from the past. But there's going to be a lot of talks or plans about the future with this person. There's a lot of childlike openness and freedom in this connection. And you do release a lot of sadness before and even during this connection. So you could be someone who struggles with grief or depression. You know, you've been diagnosed with this. Or maybe there's just been a lot of things in your life to be sad about. That is totally normal, okay? I know in the spiritual community, they say you got to be grateful for everything, but some things just truly do suck in life. So you could just be struggling with things like that. Or, you know, there could be a sadness if you already know this person because of the delays. There could be some kind of meaningful conversation that leads to this connection going deeper. You guys clearing out the air, really just being honest and open, and that accelerates a lot of the intentions and emotions of this relationship. As far as passion goes, this feels like the kind of connection where you guys tease each other or there's banter that stimulates the both of you. A lot of the passion is ignited through words and ideas and communication, I feel like. You could even get turned on by this person's playlist, okay? You could be like, wow, you listen to that? I love you. And with the Sun card here, you won't be able to stop smiling around this person. And this person too. There's a lot of this inner child connection and a lot of adventure. And this is a passion that is sustained over time with the Knight of Pentacles. It doesn't just fizzle out. There could be moments which naturally happen in relationships where there's a lot of intimacy and then it slows down a bit and then more intimacy. I think that is very natural in relationships, especially if you're someone who deals with depression or things that can cause you to have a low libido at times. Since this connection isn't just based on physical things, when there are times that the intimacy slows down, you won't be judged for it or you won't judge this other person. There's a lot of maturity here. I'm hearing that Lana Del Rey song, Will You Still Love Me When I'm No Longer Young and Beautiful? This person definitely will. Wrinkles and all, they will still see that inner child in you. I should have known Lana Del Rey would come up with the sad energy. You might be someone who's a little bit addicted to melancholy. Is there a word for that when, you know, because sometimes sadness does feel good. I think I saw a poll once that said people prefer breakup songs over love songs. So this could be a period where you start to get addicted to joy and adventure and being spontaneous as opposed to listening to sad indie music and crying in your bedroom, which there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But yeah, Paul number 3, the more you try to speed it up, the more Spirit's going to tell you to slow it down. So just enjoy the ride. Because as crazy as it sounds, the heavens are putting you and this person in alignment with each other. And now I'm hearing that one song, and she says, can you trust? Can you trust? It's going to be if you can trust the divine, because they are cooking up something. In the meantime, don't burn yourself out trying to manifest this connection too soon. And it's great to imagine what's coming. It's great to visualize it. But how can you plant seeds for those things to actually happen, for you to actually meet this person or be in alignment with connection? What can you do in reality that isn't just scripting or visualizing? Those things are important, but the temperance is in reverse, because temperance is all about bringing the spiritual into the physical and vice versa. How can you make this manifestation tangible right now? That's something that you should really focus on before it comes in. And now I'm understanding why I had to talk about Van Gogh only selling one painting. Pile number 3, your life is the art right now. You need to live in a way where you're choosing happiness right now. You can't put your happiness on hold until love shows up. There's love here now in this moment showing up for you. The more you start to cultivate joy and play right now in your life, the more you align with this relationship. Get in a more lighthearted energy is what I'm hearing. Instead of seeing this as nothing is really happening, you need to frame it as the divine is preparing me for when it does happen. But that is your reading, pile number 3, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.